Shalom and welcome once again to Elders of GMS. And today's topic we're going to get into is entitled Hell. And we're just going to go right into the scriptures. And we have, my name is Elder Tahar. On my left is
Elder Ryan Locke.
And the computer man will be Elder Gabar. And we're just going to go right into it. Because there's a big controversy over the word hell. You have the main church that teaches this nonsense is the so-called Roman Catholic Church. All right? That's the main church that teaches this madness that if you die, you're going to go to hell. All right? Now, I would like the computer man to get me the Roman Catholic dictionary. And as soon as you get it, bring it up. You can, you have anything?
Yes.
Because there's all kind of categories. You want to read the top categories?
Yep.
And then go into it? All right, go ahead, brother.
Okay, this is from our website, New Advent. When you type in the word hell on this website, it says hell. This subject is treated under 8 headings. They give you the 8 headings here: name and place of hell, existence of hell, eternity of hell, impenitence of the damned, and all kind of madness. Like the brother said, this is where that madness came from, the Roman Catholic Church. I just want to read one point where it says name and place of hell. And if you scroll down, it says hell is hell in the strict sense of the place of punishment for the damned, be they demons or men. So just like the brother said, it's, madness, but that's from the website New Advent, and you can type it up on your computer.
Okay. So now let's go right into the scriptures. And let's get an understanding of this word, this controversial word, this term called hell. I'm going to basically deal with the Old Testament scriptures, and the second part of this show, this title, is going to be dealt with as far as the New Testament is concerned. So the first scripture is Genesis 35 and 20.
Genesis chapter 35, verse 20. And Jacob set a pillar upon her grave. That is the pillar of Rachel's grave unto this day.
Okay, now let's go to that real quick, computer man.
All right, in the Blue Letter Bible, when you type up Genesis 35 and 20, the word there for grave in the Hebrew is Quabara. And when you click on it, it says a grave or burial site.
Yeah, so that's why you have to go back to the Hebrew, and in the second part of this program, they're going to go into the New Testament, which is primarily written in the Greek, or translated from the Hebrew into the Greek. All right, so that's the actual word for grave. I'd like the brother to hold on to Numbers 16, 23 to 33, but I'd like you to go to Genesis 37 and 37. And I'd like the computer man to get that as well. Genesis 37 and 37. Oh, I'm sorry, maybe it's 27 and 37. Okay, no, now let's go from there to Genesis 42 and 38. That was probably a typo when I was putting these scriptures together. This is Genesis 42 and 38.
Genesis chapter 42, verse 38. And he said, My son shall not go down with you, for his brother is dead, and he is left alone. If mischief befall him by the way into which you go, then shall you bring down my gray hairs with sorrow to the grave.
Okay, now jump up a couple of verses so we can get the understanding of that. That's dealing with Jacob and his sons, by the way. Go ahead.
Genesis 42 and 35. And it came to pass, as they emptied their sacks, that behold, every man's bundle of money was in his back. In his sack. And when both they and their father saw the bundles of money, they were afraid. And Jacob their father said unto them, Me have you bereaved of my children. Joseph is not, and Simeon is not, and you will take Benjamin away. All these things are against me. And Reuben spake unto his father, saying, Slay my 2 sons, if I bring him not to thee. Deliver him into my hand, and I will bring him to thee again. And he said, My son shall not go down with you, for his brother is dead, and he is left alone.
Yeah, this is Jacob. When you read the whole account, this is Jacob talking to the rest of his sons, because Joseph was gone, and he perceived that Joseph was dead. And their brothers found out that he was alive, so they were trying to go tell their father, when you read this whole story. So what Joseph said was, bring Benjamin, all right? And so they were trying to explain that to Jacob, and Jacob said no, because he's going to die too. And if he dies, I'm going to die, and I'm going to wind up in the grave, all right? Go ahead.
And he said, My son shall not go down with you, for his brother is dead, and he is left alone. If mischief befall him by the way into which you go, then shall you bring down my gray hairs with sorrow to the grave.
Now, we're going to look up, what was the scripture?
Genesis 42:38.
Okay, now, what does that say, brother? Let's examine that.
Okay, again, when you go to the Blue Bible, Genesis 42:38, the word there is Sheol.
Mix it in.
When you click on it, it says Sheol, the underworld or the grave, hell, pit.
Is there anything more on that? Is that pretty much it?
Yeah, that's pretty
Okay.
good.
Now he said, so that's actually, so this is Jacob talking about going into what? The grave. Is that what it said?
Yep.
So it said what? Hell or pit.
Yep.
So is Jacob saying that he's going to go to hell? No, it's talking about an actual pit.
Yep.
What was the key word? What was the key word, brother?
Grave.
In the Hebrew.
Oh, the key word was Sheol, which means grave, hell, pit.
No, read it the right way. Read it the ancient Hebrew way.
Oh, okay. Sha'al.
Sha'awal.
Sha'awal. Yeah, Sha'awal.
So the word grave here, keep in mind, the word grave here is Sha'awal. All right? You looking for something?
Yeah. Got Hades.
Okay, good.
This is the Compact Bible Dictionary, and I'm looking up the word Hades. Hades, not to be seen. The place or state of the dead. The equivalent of the Hebrew Sha'awal, which is variously rendered grave, hell, pit, see Sheol. The New Testament word generally translated hell does not necessarily imply a place of torment, but connotes the grim and cheerless aspect of death.
Read that again.
All right, Hades, not to be seen.
You can slide into the thing.
The place or state of the dead, the equivalent of the Hebrew Sha'awal, which is variously rendered grave, hell, pit, see Sheol. The New Testament word, generally translated hell, does not necessarily imply a place of torment, but connotes the grim and cheerless aspect of death.
So that's exactly what Jacob said. All right? Now let's go from there to the book of Numbers 16 and 23. We're going to read from the 23rd verse to the 33rd verse. All right, go ahead.
Numbers 16 verse 23. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the congregation, saying, Get you up from about the tabernacle of Corey, Dathan, and Abiram. And Moses rose up and went unto Dathan and Abiram, and the elders of Israel followed him. And he spake unto the congregation, saying, Depart, I pray you, from the tents of these wicked men,